Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. As a reminder, I garden in Central Ohio, Zone 6B, and today we're going to be spending some time inside. I wanted to start outside just so you could see me. The lighting inside is not the best, but today we're going to be doing a centerpiece for my dining room table because the other day I was at Michael's craft store and I was there for something small. It had nothing to do with this project. And I saw in their Christmas section the most beautiful like reindeer. It looks so like old world and kind of like fancy. So I ended up just gathering a bunch of stuff to do a centerpiece. And then I did want to tell you, I am going to be doing a tour of the inside of the house for Christmas, but we're not going to be doing that today. So you'll get sneak peeks of the inside, but we're going to focus on the centerpiece for the dining room table. The current dining room centerpiece has been the same for years. I want to say something like maybe like 6 or 7 years. This box, I made it at one of those like craft like class things. I went with my Aunt Vicky and my Aunt Donna, I believe. And I made this box, and then my Aunt Vicky made this. It's like 3 boards put together, and then it was like a stamp, and then, well, it was 2 stamps, one white stamp for the background and then one red stamp for the lettering. That place does not exist any longer, but I can make my own crafts now. But it was fun. It was in like the old part of our town, old part of Grove City. And it was like an old building, and they just had like a lot of different things you could do. So we're going to be removing the stuff from the dining room table, and then I have to go down to the studio to grab the other things we're going to be doing. I'm actually going to start down there because, well, I'll show you. I picked up this garland at Michael's, but I don't really want to use it as a garland. I think I'm going to chop it up into pieces and kind of use them as picks. I feel like it'll be easier to use that way. And then I also have this pick right here. I'm going for like a very green and gold type of vibe. I gathered all the items that we will need. I have the garland that I showed you before. I have this pick that's really pretty. And then I think I'm going to do 3 of these candles. So these were really nice. They're like a kind of muted gold. And then directly behind that, I have some of these large gold pine cones. I have some lights to work in to the like greenery on the bottom. And these ones are kind of like a garlandy type light where they are supposed to be really full. And then the thing that I'm most excited about is this reindeer. I'll get you some good close-ups because he's really, really pretty. He just looks really well made. And it's like I would say like a bronzy gold. So there are a couple of different colors of gold, but that doesn't bother me one bit. I think it's going to be really pretty. And it almost looks like wood, like a carved wood that was painted. I think it's going to be really, really striking. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the runner still. But what it's really going to be is the deer in the middle, flanked by some pine cones, the candles worked in, and then, like I said, I'm going to cut up this garland so that it's easier to work with, so that they're like picks to where I can just shove them in different spots. And that's it. So I think it's gonna come together really well, and hopefully you guys like it. I put the first layer of greens down and the candles and the reindeer and the pine cones. I need to add lights, which I don't really want to see them all that much, but luckily I have another thing of greenery that I can cut up to just fill in, because the right side is a little bit fuller than the left side. So I'll be able to tweak it a little bit once I put the other greens in. But this is absolutely beautiful. And really, it was just a garland, which you could use any garland. Some pine cones, you could use real pine cones. Some candles. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I have candles kind of like out the wazoo. You could use artificial ones, which I don't mind using, and maybe I might switch these out just because I would use the artificial ones probably more than the real ones. And then your centerpiece, it doesn't have to be the deer. It could be whatever. But I think that the scale is right. So let me just add the lights and cut up the other greenery. I really liked this pick a lot, but I scoured the store to try to find more, and this was the only one that they had. So I will probably try to make the most of it that I can. I'm trying to look at like the structure of it to see where I should cut to get the most amount, like the most effect from it. I mean, I could cut each little piece off, which maybe might be smart, but we'll see what I end up doing. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But I kind of want to see my aunt's opinion too. Let me show you real quick and then let's get her opinion. I don't think she's going to like it. Look at that. I love these lights. I need to, hold on. Let me fix the strobing. There we go. Now they're just doing kind of like a little bit of a twinkling thing. I just am in love with this reindeer. I couldn't pass it up. I could not pass it up. But like I was saying, the lights, I love the like thought and the ambiance of a real candle. But for me, it's just not very practical. I need to figure out how to straighten that one. Or I will do it. I just can't do it while my hand's full. But I like the practicality of an artificial candle. And they have really good ones these days that actually look pretty much like a candle. But I love the mixture of golds. So there's like a bronzy gold, a really like pale gold there. And then there's golds in the greenery. I love it. Now I think that my aunt will not like it. One, because it takes up a larger portion of the table than what it did before. And then the glitter. It kind of, I don't know. I mean, if it just sits here and you don't move it, it's fine. But if you have to move anything, it kind of falls everywhere. But luckily, they're like these like big, huge pieces of glitter. So they were really easy to wipe up. But that's the reason, I think. So let's find out.
Oh my.
Told you.
It's very pretty.
I told everyone you wouldn't like it.
Why wouldn't I like it?
Because it's large and it takes up more of the table and the glitter.
Yeah, I'm not a glitter person, but as long as it don't go everywhere, yeah, no, I think it's pretty.
Well, it's a lucky thing that this table doesn't get used like a ton.
Right.
As a dining table. So, I mean, let's say if someone used their dining table on a daily basis, this probably would not be the arrangement for you because you would most likely have to move it. And because I cut all of the garland into little picks, that would just be an absolute headache. But if you have an area where you just want to make an arrangement that is going to sit and stay, I think it's beautiful. You had expressed concerns about the height of the reindeer. What do you think now?
It's okay. I don't think it's any taller than the tree that was there.
That's what I said. You're not giving I love it vibes though. Be honest. Tell me what you think.
No, it's very pretty. And it looks fine. It looks good.
Fine is what I'm going for in all my projects.
No, I think it looks good. It would be beautiful if you had a big room with a big table.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
No, but it's very pretty as long as the cat will stay out of it.
Well, he won't. So we'll see how long it lasts. So that's this project done, but there's one more thing I want to do, and it has nothing to do with this. But I need to run outside. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but we made some evergreen planters in front of the greenhouse. And I had like cedar in it, some pine, the shrub, the gold winterberry, and some hydrangea blooms. And what I would like to do is go and add some lights to it. I bought some lights the other day for the planter, similar planter that we did for the front like walkway. And I just want to add some lights to the planters back there. So that's what we're going to do next. I will come out when it's dark and take some pictures to put at the end of the video so that you guys can see, because it looks like nothing right now. But I think it'll be really nice to bring the lights out a little bit, because they're all back, you know, in the back like layer near the where the greenhouse is, and then the fence section, and then the trees. So to have them out here by the arbor, I think will look really nice. That's going to be it for today. I'm glad I got those two things done. I was so excited when I found that reindeer at Michael's. I knew instantly what I wanted to do with it. And I love when stuff comes together like that. And I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see it at night. And I like the lights that I got, because I don't know, I like a mixture of like steady lights, or what's the word I'm looking for? Not stagnant. Static lights, and a mixture of like twinkles. Not like the ones where it's like blaring at you, but like just the soft little twinkling. I love that. So anyway, I hope you guys got some inspiration or just enjoyed watching. I love decorating. I love gardening, and I love decorating. So I hope you guys do too, because it's just fulfilling to, for gardening, it's fulfilling because you, especially if you start stuff from seeds, you're just going on faith and hoping that it's going to turn out. It, you know, if you just give it the things, the love and care that they need. And then with decorating, you get to like start from scratch, have a vision, pick up the things you need, and then make them look the way that you wanted to. Usually it alters a little bit and you don't get the exact thing. A lot of the times it ends up better, which I think is what happened here. Like, I really, really love that tablescape. It's gorgeous. And I mean, we just put lights in these containers, so it's not like the most exciting thing, but it'll look pretty. It'll look pretty later on today. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.